Right? Hold on, let me turn down my fan because it's like booty blasting. 3. There we go. Ah, oh god, it's raw. Alright. Hopefully we don't have sound issues. Oh shit. Whoops. Just do that. Please don't know me. Okay. Hopefully. Input. Wait, no. That's video. I'm an idiot. The mouse thing on this is like aesthetic. Why do we keep clicking video? Input. No. Devices. There we go. Oh, it's already on the mouse. Okay, good. It knows. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, mind I click the mouse? Yes. Okay, I swear to God it was on mouse. Alright, let's go. Digitized. That's good. That's good. That's oh, here we go. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn this down because it's a bit loud. Also, it's gonna put over the music. Bob Ross, the legend. But hopefully it's good enough volume. Then what? I don't. Okay, hold on. Look. Okay, you see? Where's Google Chrome in all of this? Because I have Google Chrome. This is Google Chrome right here, open. So I don't understand why it's being gay. Whatever. Hopefully just... Yeah, it's fine, I suppose. Alright. Okay, get all this out the fucking way. Alright, thank you. Alright, let's do this. I could probably just entertain you by playing that. What? No. That's not why we're here. Alright. So, if I remember... What the fuck? Hello? Z-SNES. You alive, buddy? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. It's fucking raw. You hear that? The fuck? I'm trying to press Shift Tab. Oh, what the hell? Is it you? Well, looks like we're gonna have to fucking restart ZSS. Oh wait. What the fuck? Sure. All right. Let's Ready. What? What the fuck was that? Oh, whatever. Alright, Alright, let's get serious. Alright, Bob Ross, hit it. Actually, that is a bit loud still. There we go. The joy of painting. It's a Season 24, Episode
Hello,
24.
I'm Bob Ross,
Oh, dude,
and I'd like to
subscribe.
welcome you to the 24th Joy of Painting series.
Whoa!
If this is your first time with us, please allow me to extend a personal invitation for you to drag out your brushes and some paints and paint along with
Well,
us.
I'm here.
And if you've been with us before, allow me to thank you for inviting us back for another series of painting shows.
Thank you.
Tell you what, let's get started today and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us at home.
I always
And
try
while
to
we're
say,
doing
oh,
that, let me show you
Pythagorean
what I've
green.
got up here. Have my standard old 18 to
Pythagorean blue.
24-inch canvas, but you
Oh.
use any size as you want.
Okay, I have a
This
4x3.
is a pre-stretched double-prime canvas.
Got
I
it.
covered the entire canvas with just a very thin, even coat of liquid white.
Thick.
Now, liquid white is an oil-based paint that allows us to actually blend color up here on the canvas rather than working ourselves to death on the palette. It just makes painting easy.
Does it?
So it's a fantastic day here. I thought we'd just do a very warm little scene that makes you feel good in here.
Oh,
So
okay.
let's start out with the old 2-inch brush, a little tiny one.
Alright.
Take a little bit of the Indian yellow,
Ooh.
just a very small amount on the 2-inch brush. Load a little color on the brush.
Bob, that's a
Let's
bit
go
more
with-
orange.
Maybe we'll have a beautiful little sky that's just full of warm colors that,
God, Bob.
as I say, sort of makes you feel good when you look at it. So making little X's, little crisscross.
Oh, that's
edges
yellow,
all the way
Bob.
across
You
the
lied to me.
canvas, like so. Just about like so. Maybe we'll have a little water in here. I love water. I think it's so gorgeous. And it's very easy to paint with this technique. And we'll reflect a little of that color right down into the water.
Bob.
And then, let's take what, without cleaning the brush, let's just go into a little bit of the yellow ochre. Once again, we do not need a great deal of paint here, just a little paint.
Bob.
Go
Oh,
right
good lord,
above
Bob.
the
That's
yellow.
orange.
Still making our little crisscross strokes, a little X's.
Oh, God. Bob, I
And
don't
just
think
like that, we'll lay in a little bit of the yellow ochre. There, yellow ochre is sort of a nice gold color, beautiful.
That's a good sound there, Bob.
Beautiful little color. And we'll reflect a little of that into our water. There. Shoot. Time to get crazy.
Yeah, this is a bit too much crazy,
right
Bob.
into the bright red. And
Bright
still,
red?
I haven't washed the brush. Just a little bit of the bright red. And
Oh,
right
God,
here,
Bob.
making little X's, little crisscross strokes.
Bob, you're insane.
We'll add a little bit of that. And red's such a warm color. Just
Yeah, it's a
just
bit
makes
too
you feel
warm.
good when you look at it.
I
Makes you happy.
suppose,
You almost
yeah.
can't help it. Just sort of warms up your whole day.
I don't think so.
But too much of it will set your world on fire. So
Oh,
all we want
well,
is
yeah,
just a nice
nukes.
pinkish, reddish glow up there in the
So-
sky. That's all we're looking for today.
Oh, good, Bob. You're just pulling my strings
And
here.
when I have that on the brush, we'll just add a little of that down here too. And the water, we're just going to reflect the same basic colors that we have in our sky. Something about like that. There.
Bob.
Now then. Still haven't washed the brush. I look for ways that are easy. In technical terms, that's known as laziness. We'll take a little bit of the phthalo blue and alizarin crimson, mix them together, right on
Bob,
the brush.
I'm losing you, Bob.
Let's go right up in here. And with that color, it's sort of a lavender color, we'll just fill in the top of the sky.
Lavender. I
Phthalo blue
suppose I got
and
purple.
alizarin crimson. And you can take this to the blue side or the red side. Just sort of depends on your mood and how you feel. It's strictly and completely up to you.
Yeah, my life's up to
Maybe
me,
I'll
not
tell you what,
this. This is
Add a
work.
little bit more color to my brush. Maybe in our world there lives. Yep, you're right. Just a happy little cloud up here. We can make
cloud.
the indication of a little cloud
Bob, please.
just by tapping. There he is.
God, this looks like one of my 5th grade works. Jesus.
Little cloud, oh, big cloud. So you can just let it go. Let your imagination take you wherever you want to go.
I want to go home.
But all we're doing is just tapping in some basic little shapes here. Maybe we'll put one on the other side. We don't want him left out.
Sure.
Something like that.
Bob, I'm trying. Bob, I can't do that.
Well, we have that lavender color on the brush, the blue and the crimson. We'll just come down here and fill in the whole bottom of this.
Oh, good
Once again,
God, Bob.
all we're doing here is just reflecting the color
Alright,
from
yeah,
the sky into the water. There we are.
Jesus, Bob. You're mad, man.
Let's take and wash the old brush. We wash our brushes with
That's good color combination, Bob, but...
Oh,
Oh God, Bob,
you'll become
please.
very unpopular around the home.
Oh God, Bob.
There's a screen down here in the bottom of the bucket that I scrubbed the brush against.
Sorry, what? I can't hear you. Oh!
And just beat the devil up. That really is the fun part of this whole technique.
I don't like the
Just cleaning the
technique.
brush. Now, very lightly. 3 hairs and some air. We'll just go right over those. Just blend them. And
I'm
make
blending.
instant clouds. And the more you blend them, the softer they'll become.
Define
Continue
soft.
to blend them till they absolutely just disappear. It's up to you. Up to you. All right. I think
Just
maybe
looks
today
like
in this
a bunch
little
of shit.
painting, let's build us a little mountain. For that, we'll use some
Mountain.
black, a little Prussian blue.
All right, I'm up
a
for
little
that, Bob.
crimson, maybe some Van Dyke brown. So we
Brown,
have black, Prussian blue,
black.
alizarin crimson, little Van Dyke brown. Pull the paint out as flat as you can get it. Really get tough with it.
Oh God, Bob, I know what you're
Cut
doing.
across, get our little roll of paint. Lives right on the edge of the knife.
God, Bob, you're insane.
Now you have to make your first major decision. Where does your mountain live? Maybe in our world? Yep, it does now. Our mountain lives right there. With a very
Bob,
fine
I can't
pressure.
do that.
Just literally push the paint right into the fabric. Right into the fabric.
This ain't
This
fabric.
is a chance to really get tough. Take out all your frustrations and hostilities and whatever. Maybe there's another little peak right there. Wherever you want it. Wherever you want it. This technique is so fantastic because it allows you individuality. We use no patterns, no tracings. We just want to show you technique.
I'm looking to my right, which is my recording, and I'm not seeing well.
Because the canvas is wet, you can move this paint. You can pull it. It'll slide right on top of
Uh-huh.
it. Just like so.
God,
If we had
Bob.
a dry canvas, at this point you'd be in agony city because the paint will not move like it does on this wet surface.
Fine Agony
That's
City,
what
Bob.
liquid white does. It allows us to actually blend color right up here.
Liquid
Color.
white's pretty nice.
And it's also an excellent way here of laying out your whole mountain.
Oh God, Bob.
By pulling it in the direction like this downward, you can begin laying out all different ideas for highlights and shadows in your mountain without being committed. There we go. Now then, let's put a little highlight on that mountain. Today, let's take titanium white. I'll reach up here and get a little of the midnight black.
Oh God. Highlights, Bob.
So just black and white.
Bob, can you show me that again?
There, just makes it a little, but I want to leave it sort of marble, so there's a lot of things happening in there.
Marble.
Pull the paint out, and once again, our little roll of paint.
God, I hate
right
that
on the
roll.
edge of the canvas.
Just suck.
Touch, no pressure. And just follow right down. But no pressure.
Oh, Jesus, Bob.
Absolutely no pressure.
You're putting pressure on me.
There. You've painted with us before. You've probably heard me talk about when I was teaching my son Steve to paint.
Who's Steve?
I used to tell him just to pretend that he was a whisper that just floated right across the mountain.
Bob, you're insane.
And that way he understood how delicate of a
Who's
touch.
Steve?
So maybe that's a good analogy, good way to remember it. Just be a whisper. that floats
Bob, who
across
the
it.
fuck is Steve? Is it one of your gay
There you
friends,
go.
Steve?
And by applying no pressure, it allows this paint to break.
Mine
It
looks
doesn't
like
leave
the-
all these little holes in it.
Like a version,
That's what really
like
makes it
like a SNES version of RDR.
It's very simple. There. Now let's make us a shadow color for that. We'll use
Oh God, Bob.
white.
White.
A little bit of the Prussian blue.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a touch more. Ooh, add a little Van Dyke brown, maybe even a little black in there. What the heck? You put a little crimson. Ooh, I like that. Like that. That's a nice color.
Mm-hmm.
Just sort of decide what color you want your shadows to be, and that's what they should be. A little roll of paint. You can go right up in here. Now, we can
Oh,
begin
God.
putting into indication of all kinds of little shadows in there. And just a touch more blue than the color, just so it shows up a little better. You can see it. There. There. Little touch in here. Every highlight needs its own individual shadow. If it doesn't have its own shadow, it just sort of lays there dead. It won't play with it. There. Something like that. And you can sort of play
Bob, advertisement. Bob. Bob.
sort of play back.
Oh,
and
thank
forth.
God.
Maybe we can go back in here and
You scare me, Bob.
just change the shape of this a little bit so it has a little more character to it.
I don't want. It's not D&D. I don't want to add character.
You have total
No intelligence.
complete
All right.
power. You can literally do anything.
0 intelligence, that's what I want.
Have ultimate power.
God, this looks like
Almost
The Elder Scrolls 1.
I don't have power of anything but the garbage, but here,
You are garbage,
my
Bob.
world.
Just
And I can do
keep
anything
that in
here.
mind.
I can move mountains.
You cannot move mountains. That's...
Change the course of rivers. Anything that I want to do.
Yeah, okay, fine.
There. A little shadow right underneath there. Okay. Maybe here and there a little something. Yeah. I'm going to take a clean, dry brush and just tap. I want to diffuse the base of this mountain.
Tap.
So it looks like it's sort of laying in the mist.
How do I
right there.
tap, Bob?
But always follow the angles. Follow those angles.
Oh, you want me to fuse it?
There, and then lift upward. Just enough to take out the tap marks and to blend everything together. Like so. Yeah. That's all we need.
Sure.
Tell you what, sometimes it's a lot of fun. Let's do this. You begin seeing things here. I like to have a lot of depth in my paintings. So bad.
Why don't?
We'll just put another little range of mountains right here. Just drop them in the same way.
Oh my God, Bob.
First range back. That's simple. Just put them in. Same way. Soft way as we did the others. Scrape off the excess paint. Blend them out. There we go.
Oh, Bob.
Something about like that.
Bob, you're losing me.
The gray color. Same thing. Follow those angles. You gotta make those little noises or it just doesn't work. Maybe this one, yeah, it comes right down like that. See, we could pull it over here and blend it together. But notice the angles. Angles are very important. If light's coming through here, it's only going to strike at a given angle. So
Alright,
most of
Bob,
your
I
highlights
think
will be
I've
the
done
same
it.
basic angle. And most of your shadows will be in the same basic angle. Depending on
I might need to fill this up a bit. Hold on, Bob. Alright, that looks pleasing enough.
clean dry brush. And once again, just tap this a little to create the illusion of mist down at the base.
Hold on, Bob. I'm mixing.
All right. Now, let's have some fun. Shoot.
Sure.
What let's do. We'll just use that same old brush. I'm going to take a little of the flag, a little bit of that mountain color, mix them together, and I'm just sort of pushing the brush, get a little color. Maybe way back there in the background there's some little foothills.
Foothills.
These foothills can be made just by doing something as simple as this, just tapping downward.
Oh, God.
Tapping downward. There. That's all there is to it. Gently. Little quarter-inch strokes.
Fine
Very
gently,
small.
Bob.
Lift upward. It'll make it look like little trees that they're way back in the distance. Far, far away. Pulling straight down. Straight down. It's most important to come straight down. And then gently coming across will make the indication of instant reflections. Sometimes it's fun to have several layers here, and you can do that just by doing it the same way. Tapping some basic little shapes, pop it up, make it look like little things far away, and then we'll put in a little reflection. As you come forward, each layer should get a little bit darker.
Uh-huh.
A little bit darker.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what,
Bob.
some real fun here. Maybe there's another one that comes way out, there, something like that. Something about like that. Once again, we need our little reflection, so just give it a little downward pull. Go across.
Oh, this looks like vomit.
Wherever. I don't know. You sort of have to make it. Each one of these, though, will create another plane in your painting and help that illusion of distance and depth. I'm going to take a little something.
This ain't no illusion.
Yellow. Just tap the brush the same way. And just then get closer to us, we begin seeing a little color. So we can just, using the same old dirty brush, just add a little yellow to it, some sap green. We can just begin tapping in the indication of little colors that you can see. And things are far away from you. It's difficult to see color. Maybe just a hint of green back here. There we go. Now, take a a little touch of the liquid white, put it on here, pull it out very flat, and I'm going to add a small amount of the bright red, very, very small amount. Cut across. I'm going to go right up in here, and just act like you're trying to cut a hole right in the canvas. There.
God, Bob, what's that? Is that
Really, all
is
you have
that
to do is
Blake?
just really get tough with it.
God, Bob, what the
Just
fuck are you doing?
back and forth, like you're trying to saw a hole through there.
I'm not. What?
This will create the illusion of a little water line.
Oh, there's a water line. Oh,
So
God.
there's a nice light area between the darks. It separates, makes everything really stand out and look good. Okay, maybe let's have some fun. Clean off a spot to work here. Let's take some black. We'll use some Prussian blue, phthalo green, alizarin crimson. There we go.
All right,
just
Bob.
mix up a pile of color. Let me grab a old brush here. Maybe we'll just use a little fan brush. You could do this with a 1-inch brush, fan brush, whatever. Just use a little fan brush today. Load a lot of color into the bristles.
Uh-huh.
And let's have in our world
Oh, God, Bob.
some happy little evergreen trees.
Oh, Bob.
Just use the corner of the brush, and as you work down the tree, push harder and harder, bending the bristles. Down here, ooh, we're really getting tough. We're just bending it all the way down to the furrow. Get tough. Show it who's boss.
Bob, please.
Evergreens live right in your fan brush.
Yep, evergreens.
You just sometimes have to really get forceful and push them out. There you go. Here comes another one.
Oh, God, Bob,
And
not
you
the
decide
trees.
how many trees you want.
I want none.
You decide. Really, all we're trying to do here is show you a technique. We use no patterns and no tracings. Strictly up to you, because you can learn to compose as you paint if you'll just practice.
I'll go, please.
If you'll just practice a little. But if you like to use patterns, there's certainly nothing wrong with that. You can trace your pattern on here, put liquid white over it, and the liquid white is still transparent enough that you can see the tracing through it, if you like to do that.
Bob.
Personally, I enjoy the freedom that comes with not having a pattern. Because you can literally, as I mentioned earlier, you can learn to compose and create your paintings as you go. And you look at them, things, you'll begin to see things.
Uh-huh. I'm
with
beginning to
practice,
see lots of
you'll be able
stuff.
to see
My
more
light
and
flashing through my eyes, honestly.
After you've done a dozen paintings or so, you won't believe what you can do. Every day I get letters from fantastic people all over the United States and in several foreign countries.
Uh-huh.
And they're sending us pictures of paintings that you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
And they've never had an art lesson. All they've done is they've watched the TV series and they've learned.
Bob, that's amazing.
And you can too.
Curse.
Let's grab an old 1-inch brush. Maybe we'll have some bushes
Guys,
down here at the
what?
base of these trees. Just sort of push upward with the brush and make the indication of some happy little bushes that live right down
Bushes,
here.
Bob, please.
Watch here. Turn the brush over. We'll tap in a little color underneath. I know you're saying, Bob, you have really messed it up this time, but you watch. One of the most fantastic things about this whole technique is the fact that we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents, because very soon
I'm a happy accident,
you
honestly.
learn to work with anything that happens. And it takes all the fear out of painting. There. We just tap some of that into the...
God, Bob, that sounds
As
disgusting.
you've probably figured out by now, this is going to end up being some gorgeous reflections that live right under that tree. So we just take a 2-inch brush, grab, and pull straight down, very gently. Just pull it straight down. Over here, straight down. And then go across.
Okay, going across,
And
Bob.
we have instant reflections. That easy. Now, I have several of each brush going, so I don't have to spend all my time just washing brushes. Dip the brush into a little liquid white. Be right
White?
back. Grab a little
White.
sap green, a little
Sap
yellow.
green.
Let's go right up in here. And let's just put some little sparkles down here on these bushes.
Sparkles.
Look at their sun's playing through there, just zinging through. A little yellow ochre here, and a little Indian yellow. Occasionally, these
It's
little touch of a bright red. And just vary your colors. Vary your colors. There we go. And work in layers. Do one little bush at a time.
All
Don't
right,
get
Bob.
greedy. sometimes it starts working so well, we decide to do all of our bushes at once. And then there's no separation between them, no depth. Poor little bush just gets lost there. There, a little heavier in the yellow ochre. Just enough to change the flavor a little bit, make it stand out as an individual.
So, Korean?
There we go. Now, on the other side, we'll do the same basic thing.
Bob.
Sap green, cad yellow, Indian yellow, yellow ochre. There. Grab a little bit more of the green. Look at that. Did you ever think you could make all these gorgeous bushes that easy? You really can. You really and truly can. There. Okay. And maybe, tell you what, let's have some fun. Let's just reflect a little of that down into the water. I don't want a lot of reflection, but just a little. Just tap a little of that color right down into the water.
Tap
on the other side.
Tap the DMs. Bobo.
You can make some of the most beautiful reflections in this technique that you've ever seen. And when I was a traditional painter, reflections were one of those things that absolutely drove me crazy. And in this technique, it may be one of the easiest things that happens. Just come across.
Spray my load all over it.
Oh, so gentle.
Yep, spraying that load gently over.
Easy. Caress it. Very
Caressing.
Very, very gently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bob,
Bob,
this looks pretty good, Bob.
A little dark sienna.
Maybe
mix them together.
do my own thing here.
Tiny little roll of paint on the knife. We can go up in here. Decide where your trunk lives in the tree. Just touch. Now we're not going to see the entire trunk because we're going to have some limbs that protrude out in the front of the trunk.
Trunk.
So just here.
God.
And you can scratch in the indication. Makes it look like there's a lot of trees there instead of just a few. There you go.
I'm gonna do this, Bob. I hope it, to your standards, it looks good.
And you could just take and scrape right through the paint and make it look like little sticks and twigs and all kinds of little things that live back in the woods there.
Yeah, Bob, this looks pretty good.
That's where all my little
Yeah,
friends
Bob.
live. The little rabbits and the squirrels.
Yeah.
All those little characters.
All the squirrels.
Painted me before, you know, I have a lot of little animal friends. A lot of times we show them on the program. I'll show you some for the series is over.
Oh, dude, what?
I get a lot of letters in one of the earlier series. I showed a little squirrel that lived with me
Aw.
named Peapod the Pocket Squirrel.
You live in your pocket?
He's something else.
Is he?
And now he's an old squirrel. He's just about ready to turn loose. And we turn all of our animals back to the wild.
That's nice.
Keep them. We don't try to make pets out of them. Okay, let's take a
Isn't
little.
that what you're doing right now? Never mind.
Sap green. Yeah.
I'm kind of getting bored of
Yeah,
this.
dark green here.
Okay, maybe I should make my trees a bit more indented.
Take some highlights
There we go.
on some of these trees. As you work down the tree,
Yeah, I'm
allow it
working
to
on
get
that.
darker and darker and darker until it just fades right off into the
God
very
damn,
right.
Bob, that looks good.
Remember that your light's coming predominantly from the right in this painting. Your mountain tells you so right there. So
Kind of looks like a nuclear warfare went off, but also looks like a nice little forest. Bob, you done good.
But see, down in here, keep it very dark because you need a nice shadow area there. It makes it
Uh-huh.
look deep.
Yep.
Very deep.
Very deep.
There we go. A few over here.
Okay, maybe I should work on
Something
this
about-
mountain a bit,
Yep.
because it's a bit
This old tree.
light.
leaves, huh? There we go. Just drop them right on. There. Darker, darker, darker down here toward the base. We got some nice highlights in the evergreens. Now then, all this needs something to stand on so it doesn't fall over in the lake area.
Haha, Bob.
That might
So
be good.
funny.
Whatever you want it to be. Take some Van Dyke brown.
Van
Let's put
Dyke.
some land under all
Whoa!
this. Pull sort of the angle that you think the land would flow. Remember that water always sits in a recessed area. So chances are that there's sort of an angle coming down like this.
I'm gonna put more of an indent on my
That's not
mountain here.
100% true, but most of the time. A little brown and white.
There we go.
Come right back in here. No pressure. It's just like putting snow on the mountain.
That's
Just
what I'm
like
doing,
putting
Bob.
Snow on the mountain. There.
There you go.
The angles are very important here. Very important. You wouldn't want to bring these straight down. It'll look like cliffs hanging there.
Haha.
There we go. A little bit of our liquid white. That'll give us a little water line, clean the bottom up, sort of bring it all together. There we go. There. Go back in here. Maybe a little ripple here.
Maybe I should put that a bit out, Bob.
Wherever. Painting is a very individual thing.
Yeah.
So when you're doing your painting, you change it any way that makes you feel good. Because we each see nature through different eyes. And the way I see it may not be the way necessarily that you see it. I only want to show you a technique that makes painting very easy and that you can do. Anybody can do. I've absolutely never met anyone who could not paint.
Do that right now.
Just take the point of the knife and we've cut a few little sticks and twigs and things in here.
I'm mixing this up,
also
Bob.
helps show different layers, shows depth in your painting. There, if you over this side,
This looks good, Bob.
something like that.
Really good.
Sometimes there's a little bush or two that grows down the edges. You can drop them in. Just sort of helps fill everything in. Shoot, I think we're about to the point where we can sign this one. Take a little paint thinner, a little bit of the bright red. Make the paint very thin, almost like ink. And let's go right up in here.
Uh-huh.
And we'll sign this one. I really hope you've enjoyed this painting.
Oh.
It's one that'll bring you a lot of pleasure.
Alright.
Because of all the colors, makes you feel good in here. And from all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting. And God bless, my friend.
Oh god, that's horrible. Well, that's it. Screen cap that if you want. Hold on. Oh, good one.
Welcome back.
Whoa, hey, buddy. Oops. Let's see that. Looks good, honestly. Wow. Oops. Looks good. Right? Probably. I don't know, but Bob Pross probably would approve. I'm gonna screenshot this so I can save it, put it into Paint, do this stuffs. That's about it, honestly. It's an easy video for me since I don't have to edit much. Probably don't have to edit at all.